Have you ever wanted to design things like this, and this? Well, you've come to the right place. This is your good old and trusty Broman Brody, here to show you how. Let's roll it. Number 1. You always want to start off with an idea on how the ship will function and what kind of a ship you're wanting to build, if it be a destroyer, carrier or miner. Or anything else really, but all this goes without saying I think, but it's important nonetheless. Number 2. If you're just getting started, I would recommend keeping things relatively simple until you get the hang of how the blocks work, etc. But designing a ship in Space Engineers is a real blast, so on a personal note I would say go wild and try whatever that comes to mind. Number 3 is to make sure to design the hull based on what components you're going to need. You can do this in 2 ways, either by placing the components first and hook it up to a conveyor network and then cover this in armor. Or you can start directly on the armor but reserve space for the crucial components. I recommend either one as it will depend largely on what you're building and how compact the design is going to be. For more compact designs, I recommend placing the components first. Just remember to place the components so they complement the shape and feel of the ship. Number 4 would be how to place these armor blocks. You would want to make clear and distinctive features in the hull design to make it look apart. Just a cube isn't what we're going for. So what I usually say is remember the angles and the flow of the ship. Of course this also depends on what kind of ship you want, if it's supposed to be more bulky or sleek. But the same rule applies anyway. Also a nice thing to remember is greebling or hull design details. It's you can say it how you want it. I am saying greebling, I actually had to search up that word. Anyway. As it often can make or break a design depending on how it's used. I prefer to go at it simply by placing catwalks and other components like antennas on the hull as part of the design and trying to make sure that it complements the shape that I'm trying to get. Also, breaking of long continuous shapes is also a nice way to add depth and makes it a lot more pleasing to the eye. If you guys want to, I'd be more than happy to make a video detailing how to do this. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Number 5. Choosing a nice color scheme that complements the armor block placement and brings depth to the ship design is a nice way to go about it. Choosing the same colors but changing the value can create the effect of shadow or depth, or if you want to highlight a certain area of the ship, it's a really nice way to do that. Remember to choose colors that contrast each other, but it's not the opposite of each other. What I do for my builds is taking one primary color and changing its value to create depth, and usually one contrasting color to make it pop. Number 6. For you survival players out there, I recommend designing your ships in creative, especially the bigger ones, since they tend to become very complicated to build in survival, since you can't easily remove an area that you don't like and you do not have the symmetry mode, which greatly reduces design time. For construction and survival, I do recommend building a layer printer as it is the simplest way to print out a ship. You could also opt for a full-on shipyard with pistons, rotors, etc. But I prefer the simpler approach. Anyway, for the end, I just want to let you know about the episode 3 of my roleplay machinima series is well under works, and stay tuned for that. The script is done, so expect to see it soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and tickle the little like button. Yeah, it likes that. Anyway, it's been a blast. Peace out, bros, and I hope you make it far in life. I don't know. Superman Brody logging off.